Hello, everyone. Today is Wednesday. Am I live? If you are here with me, just help me comment that you can see me or whether you can hear me or not. All right, okay? Because I really can't see. Okay. Okay, I think I'm live actually. All right, today is Wednesday. I would like to start on time. So hopefully someone tells me if he or she can see me, then I can start. How is everyone? I hope the midweek has been good. And are y'all going out already? In twos to eat? Okay. I think I'm live. Okay, I would like to start on time. I think you can hear me. All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Eunice Wong from Power Up Happiness, live today to bring you some value and some stories that will add value to your life. So what's the topic for today? Put it here today. Let me see whether I can point to you. So today I'm going to share some of my manifesting stories and some escalator stories, okay, some dangers to avoid. Okay. Well, so if you're not here, hopefully you can watch my replay and get some value from my sharing. Okay. So I'm going to share about my manifesting story. So many years ago, if you know my story, I actually had a difficult time with my boy. So we had a year long of quarrels, and it was pretty bad. Okay, it was pretty bad. So he started primary school. Oh, before I go on, I forgot to ask all of you to like and share. Okay, so if you are here with me, please like and share. This live is actually streaming on my personal Facebook Live, my Power Up Happiness page, and also my YouTube. So please help me like and share, okay, so that more people can benefit. Hi, Ting-Wen. Hello. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you very much. I hope your week has been good, and I hope your Wednesday is good. Okay, so I'm going to start. Okay, I'm going to start today on the two topics that I want to share. So first one is manifesting stories. Okay, I'm not sure if you know about manifesting. Okay, so I think a lot of people use the word law of attraction. But manifesting is more about, I guess, the mindset. Okay, and mindset and really realizing the power of thoughts. Okay, so let me share my personal story, how I got in touch with manifesting. I think 5 years ago, I had a very rough patch with my boy, a pretty challenging year because it was a new phase of our lives. Okay, I stopped my business, my traditional business at that year, and then he went on to primary one. So we were going through another phase of our lives, and then we clashed almost daily. Okay, so we clashed because he was very vocal. Okay, he was very vocal, and I was pretty I wasn't able to understand why this young boy is so vocal and kind of like didn't cooperate with me lah, and with us. So what happened was, at that point of time, it was so bad that the comments 刷天秋 hello 你好，谢谢你 thank you for coming, thank you for coming, thank you. Yeah, so at that year, it was so bad that when my husband and I actually sat down to think about how do we help this little boy, right? We actually asked ourselves, so what are the positive traits we can think of? And then from there, we try to nurture him. But it was so we were in a frame of mind that was so dark that we couldn't even say one positive word, okay, about the relationship. So at that time, I actually chanced upon a manifesting challenge, a 5-day manifesting challenge. I did the challenge, and amazingly, I started to have positive words to say about my boy on my own. So I didn't do anything to my boy, okay? It's just my own journey in manifesting. And then so what was the manifesting about? Manifesting about a wonderful relationship with me and my boy lah. And then because after that, I felt a big shift in my perspective of this boy. And then it led on to more and more positive things. Like I started to see things that I didn't see before. Like I started to see how helpful he was. Okay, he's actually a very helpful boy, but I didn't see it before. So I guess in a way, I was blinded with all the rebellious talks by him. Okay, so that was how I first got in touch with manifesting. So today I want to share some very fun manifesting stories that I had lah. Okay, so that one, my boy was manifesting and how it improved parent-child relationship. Okay, and I'm sure that it can improve other forms of relationships like colleagues, relationship with colleagues, relationship with your superior, your team members, and even between partners, right? Romantic partners. Okay, so now I want to share something. I mean, a story I had lah. So at that time, I was so amazed with the shift in perspective that I wanted to test this out. Like I cannot believe that simple thing like manifesting can have such powerful shift in the outcome. So one day I was jogging. Okay, I was jogging. I wanted to test this out. So when I went to jog, it was like raining. It was like drizzling. And then I manifested that so I imagine okay, so if you're not familiar with manifesting this word, so I imagine that okay, I'm jogging at the place and the path was dry. Okay, the pavement was dry. So so then I jog, like, I continued to jog in the drizzle, and after a while the drizzle didn't stop, and I started to doubt. Like, is this like true or not? Is this even working? And then I wanted to give up. So, but I reminded myself, hey, it's an experiment, right? So, don't give up lah. Don't give up so easily. So, I continued to jog, and I imagined that the path was dry, and then the rain got a bit heavier. And I reminded myself not to judge what outcome it will be, and I remain hopeful. That my manifesting, my visualization will come true. And what happened was I went to shelter and did my warm up. Okay, did some more stretching, and then after that, after a while, the rain actually got lighter, and then I went back to the track I was jogging, and shortly after that, it really stopped raining. Okay, it really stopped drizzling, and I continued my jog as what I have visualized. Okay, so that's my that's my second manifesting story, and okay, I shared a third manifesting story. Okay, why am I sharing this? If you do watch the replay, right, it's because I find that a lot of times when something happens, when something happens, we would give up, and then we will either like get our mood spoiled, feel bad, feel lousy, or we would be habitually having a lot of plan Bs. Okay, a lot of plan Bs. Maybe I put an example in context. So before I learned about manifesting, right? I brought my kids out. So my boy, he loves swimming, and we always have like we always plan outdoor activities with them. And then a few times before we went off to the swimming pool, there were dark clouds and there were thunder and lightning, right? And you see, when this happens, right, what goes on in our mind? So that time, me in the past and my children in the past, right, we will be thinking, okay, so it's going to rain, let's not go, okay, let's not go, and then kind of like spoils our mood. But after I know about manifesting, right, I would do visualization with my kids. So what I will do is we will visualize ourselves in the swimming pool having fun with amazing weather. Okay, so that that shifts the mind to be in a position of to be in a more empowering position. Okay, uh, so I hope this example puts into context why I'm sharing this visualization or manifesting. Okay, even if you don't do it often, take this sharing from me as a reminder that sometimes when things happen, don't don't go into the uh, expected outcome too soon. Okay, too soon. So for example, if you are going for a swim, if you see dark clouds, it may not necessarily mean that when you reach the swimming pool, the weather will be good and you can still swim. Okay, so now I share another story, another manifesting story. I like to share fun ones, okay, not the very difficult ones. So in the past, when we go out for meals, usually about 4 to 6 of us as a family, meal times will be very crowded, right? And it's pretty hard to find places to sit down and eat in such a group. Okay, that is pre-COVID time, pre-COVID time. So what happened is I always think about plan B. Okay, so let's say we walk into a food court and I saw, wow, it's so crowded. And then I would think about plan B, like, so, okay, should we go to another food court or not? And then sometimes they end up with a lot of time spent, going to your plan B destination. And then after that, after spending the time to travel to destination B, it could still be as crowded, right? So what changed for me was after I learned about manifesting, I don't really move to plan B so fast. Okay, so when I see a crowded place, of course, before I even go to the food court I would like start to have an image in my mind already about the image will be my whole family seated down happily with a clean table, and then we'll be chit-chatting and enjoying our meals and enjoying ourselves, right? So that's what I did. Even when we enter the food court, sometimes I forget to do it beforehand Okay, so when we go into the food court and it's really really crowded, straight away it becomes a habit already. So straight away I will like visualize the family is seated and then having our meals happily. Okay, and it works. So I don't need to spend the time on bringing the whole family for destination B or plan B. Okay, so that's my I think third story, right? The first story is about my boy, the relationship with my boy. The second story is about me jogging and the weather. And the third story is about going out to eat with a big family and at a crowded place. All right, so it's quiet. I think you're working. Okay, so I hope you watch the replay because my message is if we can change the habit of, if something happens, let's say we're going to do something, and if something happens external and we cannot control it, like for example the weather, if we could like avoid thoughts like, oh no, my plan is going to be spoiled, what am I going to do, I planned so hard for this, and then now it cannot go on, because it may still go on. Okay, it may still go on even if we see signs that suggest it may not go on. All right, so this is my sharing. Okay. Okay, so very quiet. I'll move on quickly to the second point. Oh yeah, if you want to know more about manifesting, right, you can PM me. Okay, so some people cannot get it, cannot feel it. You cannot do it successfully. So there's a few reasons why. So if you want to know more, you can PM me. If you have my number, you can WhatsApp me. Okay. All right. So I'm going to talk about the second thing here. Okay, escalator stories, some dangers to avoid. Many years ago, so I was running a business, okay, a traditional business in a physical shop. Let me see, which year was that? 2013 to 2015, 3 years, okay. And my shop front actually faces a set of escalator. So there's an escalator that goes up and there's an escalator that comes down, okay, directly in front of the shop. Okay, so if you are into feng shui, okay, you will know a little bit about whether it's good to have the escalator at the front of the shop or not. But in any case, we'll leave this topic to another day. Being aware of this, like the energy of the escalator in front of the shop, I still decided to take up the shop now, to rent the shop, okay, for the business. So I have spent a good 3 years being near escalators, okay, and I have witnessed many accidents. Okay, I've witnessed many accidents. I even at that time I was busy with my business, of course, and I even told myself this. Okay, I told myself that, Eunice, if one day you have the what's that word? If you have the opportunity, okay, to raise awareness about escalator dangers, please do it. So that was in like 2003 and 2005, right? So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's been 5 years after I stopped my traditional business, and it came true. Okay, so it came true. So I thought about sharing this in my life. Actually, I wasn't sure if I wanted to share about escalator stories, because my business is not in building safety, right? But what happened was yesterday when I went out with my daughter, I actually witnessed an incident also on an escalator. So this mom, she was with a pram and her baby, her young child was in the pram. So she was coming down the escalator, and a milk bottle, I think the child was holding onto a milk bottle, drops. Okay, drops. And then the mom was like trying to avoid the pram going over the milk bottle, and then I think panic a little bit lah. So I was like all ready to like help them, but she managed to overcome the physical challenge. So everything was well. But that also gave me a sign lah, that maybe today I want to talk about escalator dangers. Okay, so having spent 3 years in the shop near the escalator, I've seen like babies in pram falling out of the pram, okay, because there's a impact, there's a obstruction at the front, so the pram cannot move, and then because of the impact, right, the child actually fell out of the pram. And I also witnessed like children getting injured, okay, because adults collapse and fall onto them. Okay, and also I witnessed how people going down the escalator with a loaded trolley, okay, with a very loaded trolley, and then when the when the trolley goes down to the escalator, it topples, okay, or even midway going down, the items in the trolley actually dropped out, and it was all over the place, and the person had nowhere to go, okay, nowhere to go. So if you have been using the escalator as per normal, I don't think you would see as many accidents as me lah, okay. But because I've seen so many accidents, so I want to use this chance I have to educate or bring awareness to all of you that actually we take a lot of things for granted. Okay, we really take a lot of things for granted. If you know the escalator sign says that trolleys are not allowed on the escalator, but still a lot of people, because of convenience, push their prams, okay, down and up the escalator. And also people who are doing deliveries, they sometimes also use push trolleys on their on the escalator. Okay, actually it's not allowed lah. Okay, it really causes danger to the people, to the other users of the escalator. Okay, so it's pretty scary. Okay, and I also learned a few things. So okay, because it's pretty quiet, so I'm just going to share straight about my tips. Okay, my tips about using the use of escalator and what you could do to help. Okay, so tip number one, when you use the escalator, please don't use it with your pram, okay? Please, please, please. And if you are the delivery guy, please do not push your trolley, okay? Yeah, I know that there are tons of reasons lah on why people do that, okay? But really, I hope it doesn't happen as often. Oh, let me change the title. Escalator dangers. Okay, so okay, so the next thing is, if you are an escalator user, please keep a safe distance. Okay, keep a safe distance between you and the person in front, so that if anything happens, you have a safety distance to react. Okay, and not clash onto the person. So it's the same logic as driving, right? So when we drive, we want to keep a safety distance with from the car, the vehicle in front of us. Okay, so keep a safety distance. Okay, and then thirdly is when you're on the escalator, please have one hand on the rail. Okay, on the rail. So I know habitually we always like to look at our phone, and then we go up and down the escalator. I do that too, but I always remind myself not to lah. Okay, so please have one hand hold on to the escalator, because if there's a jerk, if anything happens, or if someone slams onto you, at least you have a hold onto the railing to keep yourself grounded lah. Okay, to keep yourself safe. Oh, someone just liked and share my life. Thank you. I can't really see who's that now. Yeah, thank you for sharing and liking my video. Okay, so now I'm talking about the escalator dangers lah. Okay, so the last tip about escalator dangers is this. The next time you take an escalator, okay, not last tip lah, okay, some more tips, sorry. So the next time you take an escalator, and if you see someone either pushing pram, okay, onto the escalator with a child on the escalator, please avoid going onto the escalator. Okay, only go onto the escalator after the pram has been offloaded. Okay, also if you see delivery guys, okay, pushing trolleys with loaded trolleys on the escalator, please do not go onto the escalator. Please wait. Okay, I think it only takes 3 minutes, okay, of your time to wait. Let the trolley offload first. And also, if you see aunties with trolleys that are loaded on the escalator, again, please don't go onto the escalator. Why? Okay, I'm going to tell you why now. Because if you don't go onto the escalator, number one, you will not be at a loss when something happens, okay? And number two, being out of the escalator, right, you can actually help. You are actually in a better position to help, okay? If you know where the emergency stop button is, okay? So last time, before I had the shop and spent 3 years near the escalators, I never thought about where the emergency stop button is. But because there were so many accidents, my staff actually had to run out of the shop to press the emergency stop button to stop the escalator, so that the accident will have a lesser impact. Okay, so I repeat, the next time you move on to the escalator, if you see someone with a pram going onto the escalator, or loaded trolley going onto the escalator, please do not go onto the escalator yourself. Okay, and why? And when you are standing at the side, please look for where the emergency button is. Okay, look for where the emergency stop button is. In case something happens, at least you can help to stop the escalator. Okay, so I'm not really sure if you have witnessed any escalator accidents. Maybe when you think about it, it's very safe, right? Because the escalator is actually moving very slowly, and actually if something happens in front, you can actually turn back and walk back up, right? But I can tell you, when something happens, right, everybody is in a shock, and you don't really have a logical mind to respond properly. So what happens is, when you imagine you have an obstacle, let's say the trolley, things from the trolley fell out, and then it occupies the whole space in front of the escalator, at the end of the escalator. And what's going to happen when you travel down the escalator? Your passageway will be blocked, okay? And then, yes, you can maybe turn around and run up, but there are people behind you also, okay? And the escalator is coming down, so it makes it more difficult for you to go the other way. Right, so I asked them, don't take escalator. Okay, so I've got a comment from Edwin. Hi, Edwin. It's been a while since you come onto my live. I asked them, don't take the escalator if they are pushing pram or trolley. Yes, of course, we can ask them not to. There's something to do also, but well, because they don't know us, I'm not sure if they will listen. Okay, so even for myself, I tell my friends, my good friends, not to use the escalator when they are pushing prams, okay, with their loved ones in the pram. But well, whether they listen or not is up to them now, okay? But this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to raise awareness that very simple things like that, it can actually be quite dangerous. Okay, it can actually be quite dangerous. Okay, I don't have any footage to show lah, but I think there was one experiment done overseas. They put a camera out at the escalator somewhere, and they managed to capture escalator dangers, escalator accidents. So I watched the video, but the video didn't include the accidents that I witnessed when I was at the shop, near the escalator for 3 years. Okay, so it's something that we take for granted. Okay, I can say that it's something that we take for granted. We assume that, okay, it's very safe to be on the escalator because it's moving slowly. It's safe to go on the escalator with prams, okay, and even trolley, because every one of us, okay, because we are city dwellers, right? And time is essence. So a lot of us are rushing and we're not thinking. So I hope that the next time you use the escalator, you'll be more aware of the dangers, and please help. Okay, please help. Yes, like Edwin said, you can tell the other people to not go on. So I believe that if it's in a MRT, right, the staff, okay, the MRT staff will also tell the passengers not to use the escalator. I think they will stop. But at shopping centers, I don't think the landlord has the resources to send people out there to stop people from using the prams on the escalator. Okay, yeah. So that's my sharing now. So Edward, have you ever witnessed any accidents on escalator? If you have, please share with us. Okay. If not, then yeah, so it's 11:30. I pretty much shared what I want to share already. So I do hope that today's live sharing is value adding for you lah. Okay, it's value adding for you. So very quickly to revise the topics. Okay, I shared some of my manifesting stories, and if you're interested to know how you can use manifesting method to shift your mindset, to shift your perspective from a very disempowering one to a more empowering one, you can contact me. Okay, I can share some tips about manifesting. So there are some tricks to it lah. And also I share about escalator stories, accidents, because I spent 3 years in a shop that is like directly facing the escalator, and I've seen so many incidents. Okay, so and also please, the next time you go on the escalator, look out for where the emergency button is, because if someone on the escalator needs help, okay, and it's like, you know, cannot, the pathway is blocked, and it's pretty like serious, the best way is to stop the escalator. Okay, so Edward says on YouTube, not real life. Okay, on YouTube, yeah, on YouTube there are some videos that capture escalator accidents. Yeah, I think for me, I have a very special experience lah, because my shop was like right in front of escalator, like both going up and down for 3 years. Yeah, and sometimes it's not things that, okay, so for using the escalator with pram and trolleys, I think it's something that we can control lah. Okay, it's like something that we can avoid doing, and we can raise awareness of people to people to not use it. But there are some cases I saw is how should I put it, illnesses or heart attacks. Okay, heart attacks. So the thing is to keep a safety distance between yourself and the person in front of you lah. Okay, so if everybody does that, then the person behind you will not be so close to you already. Okay, do you agree? Okay, so the accident I saw was that this person, I think, had a heart attack, I think, and then dropped. That just dropped, and the child in front of him, not related to him, I think, like just got the entire 100% of his weight, and then the child was injured also. Okay, so that's what I want to share today. Right, so Erin, since you're here, do you have anything to share? Erin, how have you been? Okay, it has like 3 seconds lag from your comment to what I'm going to see on my screen. Okay, so I'll wait as usual a few minutes. And if there's no comments, I'll end the live today. I really hope my messages bring awareness, okay, and help to avoid more escalator dangers. And also for manifesting, I really hope that it adds value so that you can see how our thoughts are super powerful, and how our thoughts can actually influence outcomes of events. Okay? Yep. Okay, Edwin, I'm fine having my jab next Wednesday. Oh, is the first jab? Is it the first jab or the second jab? Have you had your jabs? Now they open up to the students also. Yep. First jab. Oh, okay. So drink more water, right? And rest more. Okay. That's what I heard. So that you can, overcome or recover from the symptoms sooner. Okay. Yeah, it's a very quiet morning. Half an hour live. I think I can go already because I already shared what I wanted to share. So amazing week to all of you. And if you watch the recording and you have interest in learning manifesting, or you have escalator stories to share so that more people will be aware of escalator dangers and we can avoid more escalator dangers coming forward. Oh, Edwin. Okay, Edwin is wheelchair bound. Oh, I see. So you don't take the escalator. Oh, okay. So you take the lift and you don't really you're seldom around the escalator. So that's why you don't really see what's happening on the escalator, right? Okay. And wait, I see. And you also ask people not to take the escalator later if they are pushing pram or trolley. Oh, okay, that's very nice of you, because you're not an escalator user yourself, and then you also educate them to not use the escalator if they are pushing the tram or the trolley. Yeah, amazing. Wow. Good job. Yeah. Okay, so today is Wednesday. I hope you have an awesome week. And next week school reopens. Some of your children may be still having home-based learning. Some of your children are going back to school already. So whichever the case, hope you have an amazing bye. See you. Yeah, so hope you have an amazing week ahead of you. If you watch the replay, please comment. And thank you very much. If you find this really helpful for you and you want to spread the awareness, please do help me to like and share. All right? Okay, thank you everyone. I'm Eunice from Power Up Happiness. Bye-bye.